Hey guys, King Kanji here, and today I've got a very interesting video for you. It's not new news that Pan has been a very interesting subject right now. In this video I'm going to be talking about a theory, that I think things could be building up to with her. First off, we know Pan has had a big part in Dragon Ball GT, and no, I really didn't care much for it. At first I was like, hey yeah, she's not instantly a Super Saiyan, that's fucking great. That'll mean at some point we'll get an awesome chill when comes the time for it to transform and, no, never mind. So for the sake of this video, we're going to talk about it like GT never happened. I hope you're all okay with that because I'm elated about it. So at the end of Z, I'm sure we're all aware by now that this is where Super is heading sometime in the future. Pan is a little sprog, 4 years old, already flying around the world and being silly and funny, and at the same time you know that chick is going to grow up to have insane powers. In Super, she's been born and has been a hot topic not just around the community and fandom, but within the show itself. Mr. Satan, Gohan, Chi-Chi and even Piccolo have been having most of their parts revolving around her in some fashion. Clearly this is a device to keep her in fresh memory. Then of course we can't forget the important role she actually played as a fetus, being the final link in the chain that helped us all witness the Super Saiyan God form that Super has revolved around. So far, she's pretty important. So what are they building all this up to? Is it merely just a throwaway? Just a user in story? Or is there more to it than this? Personally, I think there's something much more to it. We've seen how casually most of the characters we just want to know are quote-unquote still there, make an appearance once or twice in the series, and that's about it thus far. Whether it be Yamcha and Puar in a couple of episodes back in the tournament, or Ten Shinhan being in the big soldier fight in the Resurrection F arc, Master Roshi is in the same vein there. Krillin has been complete comic relief so far and occasionally pops in with little to no significant role. 18 has been the same. So we can probably agree that most characters that have no real significance so far are just there for a couple of screenshots and it serves mostly fan service. So what could they have in store for Pan? I mean, she's a baby, she can't do much, and in Z it ends when she's like 4 years old. I think they're keeping her fresh in our minds for a reason. At some point we're all aware Super is going to have to catch up where Z left off. And with the way they've abused time skips in the show like they were going out of fashion, it'll probably happen sooner than later. So it brings us to the question, will they rewrite the ending of Z? Well, whether we like it or not, if you try watching the end of Z now, you already feel a bit weird knowing that Goku at this point has god powers. It's a bit funky. I'm not expecting them to rewrite it, but I'm perhaps expecting them to draw a couple of redrawn still screenshots of what we saw at the end of Z. It's sort of like, you know, a bit of a montage where they refer back to it. And then Beerus and Whis potentially looking down over them from a distance and maybe having a funny quip about not destroying the Earth. But that'll be about it. So why am I talking about this? Well, I have a feeling they're keeping Pan fresh in our memory for a bit of fan service. After we see the end of Super, or the end of Z, whatever you want to refer to it as at this point, I wouldn't be surprised to see a 5-minute sketch set in the future, where something's happening, maybe a bank robbery or aliens landing, talking crap to Mr. Satan or something, probably similar to the whole Beavis thing, and then Pan turns up. Around the same sort of age we see her in GT. She may make a funny joke or a quip, and then one of the aliens or robbers says something to tease her. And then we see her smile change into a frown, and then boom, she transforms into a Super Saiyan, and the screen goes black. This would potentially give us a series of things to be happy about. They didn't technically ruin the end of Z. They had a bit with Beerus and Whis so that we get a reason that we didn't see them in Z, because they're all buggered off in the side in the distance looking down on it. We get that nostalgic feeling from somewhat re-watching the end of Z. And finally we're treated to the first ever shot of a female Super Saiyan, and we've been reminded through the series to give a damn about Pan. This would actually make me relatively satisfied with the ending of Super and gives us something to shout about. Keeps us talking, and one day in the future may actually entitle Toyotaro to write his own spin-off manga where Pan is the main character. I'd be more than fine with that. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and you like my thoughts. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe to start training on King Kanji's planet. I'll catch you all soon. Bye!